diet, I'd like to go for 1,905 calories. The specific macros, and if you don't know what macros are, it's protein, fat and carbs, is 165 grams of protein, 45 grams of fat and 210 grams of carbs. Hello again YouTube. So another video today, and the topic of today is what I what I learnt the most, what made the breakthrough for me and my own training and my own bodybuilding basically, and the mistakes that I made and what I did that really fast-tracked my progress. So I'll talk about that more at the garage gym. I think I've got a busy day. I've just set up 2 new clients. I'm about to go to the doctors to get an x-ray on my back, so it's ongoing is this. I've been seeing the physio. He seems to think it's either a stress fracture or a slip disc, and he just said get an x-ray just to rule out a stress fracture. Can't say it. So I finally booked an appointment. I've been just delaying it. I got an appointment. They're not going to do the x-ray, they'll probably just refer me, but it is getting better, to be honest. Since I stopped playing football and been getting this treatment from Joe, it is a bit better, but it's still there. And I think once this photo shoot is done, I think it's on the 26th or something, so it's not long to go, I'm going to back off the lower body training a little bit. I said to the physio, I said it's only because I've got this photo shoot that I've been training so hard, and it's almost like the contest prep. It's like I needed to rest then in 2024, but I didn't. So because I've always like competed and because I've got a photo shoot, I've always trained through injury, trained harder than I would do normally, when really I just need to rest. So as soon as this photo shoot's done, I'm just gonna probably it says it back off training lower body, but I'll still train, but maybe not as heavy. Just go a little bit lighter, let it recover, especially if it is a stress fracture. I have to rest. If it's a slip disc, I might, yeah, we'll see. So yeah, busy day ahead. I've got that, and then I've got a couple of PT sessions. I've got a massage later on. I've got a load of check-ins to do. I've gone really busy recently. I don't know what it is. It must be time of year. Took on loads of new clients, including one from Switzerland, one from Australia. I don't know, it's not the usual case that I don't know how they've contacted me. One of them actually found me on ChatGPT, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, very, very busy, which is great. It's a good stress to have. You know, I'm always stressed in this line of work, always. In fact, no, when I first started, I wasn't stressed at all when I wasn't busy. But now that I'm getting busier, I don't know what it is. I'm never happy. Ask my girlfriend. She says she's known me for 8-9 years, and she said I've never been happy, which is bad. It's because I'm always stressed with work, really. I think anyone that's self-employed will be the same. And on reflection, there's no need to be stressed. You know, I've had some good years, but I've just worried all the way through it. But I think talking to other clients that are self-employed, that worry is what keeps you going. You can't rest, you can't settle. And you certainly can't get ahead of yourself either. You might have a good month and you think, oh God, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do that, but then the next month just you get no clients. It's crazy. So you just got to be level-headed. But the minute it's on a high, lots of new clients, some good results coming, some good content on social media recently. Some videos have really got a lot of views. So yeah, things are going well. So I'll get this appointment out the way. I'm going to park in a bit of a dodgy spot here, get this appointment out the way, and then get my PT sessions done, and then I'll talk you through the biggest mistakes that I made in my lifting career and what I did to you know, transition out of it. So I'm just back from my appointment at the doctor's. I've not been to the doctor's for such a long time, and I booked like 8:30 as soon as it opened, I think, and still had to wait about 30 minutes to be seen, which were weird. But basically fobbed off. I remember going to doctors last time, and they're experts in just fobbing you off. So basically I've just got to go to Blackburn and just do a walk-in x-ray. So I imagine the waiting times will be really bad, so I'll have to take my laptop. Probably have to do it next week, probably next Friday, and hopefully just find out what it is. If it is a stress fracture, obviously I'm going to have to rest. If it's a slip disc, I might just be able to just work around it a little bit, but I do think just resting will do me good. So I have actually got probably an hour and a half before my first PT session, so I'll get a few check-ins done, do my PT sessions, bit of work, bit of content. There's always something to do, but yeah, I'll give you that update on the topic of the video later today. So I've just managed a couple of check-ins there. I've got probably about another 6, so I'm just going to do my 2 PT sessions now. And I've realised I've got my massage, and me and Brogan have got a date night tonight, which we very rarely get, and we're going to the cinema, so I'm definitely on the minutes a little bit today. It's literally back to back, so I'll just do these 2 PT sessions, do the rest of me check-ins, think of an Instagram post for tomorrow. I've already done one today, but it's good to plan ahead and get another one. Yeah, so just rushing around a little bit today, and just going back to me and Brogan having a date night. We very rarely have them because we don't have much help with childcare. My dad lives about 2 hours away. My mum's a bit too old now to do it. Brogan's mum's the only person that can help. Brogan's dad unfortunately died when she was very young, and with no family members help really with childcare, which is bit of a sob story really, but we see other people that get loads of childcare. They literally go on holidays and things like that, and you look at it and think, oh, I wish we had that, but we don't. And we've done well for the last 8 years. We've only had like 2 or 3 date nights, hardly any dates. Basically all our dates are with kids, so I empathise to anyone that hasn't got support. It's hard, it can test your relationship as well. It's certainly tested ours. We've just not had that freedom really, but today we're going to the cinema. I think we're watching a scary movie or something like that, and it'll be good just to try and just switch off a little bit from work and just have that time together. Another 4. Hello, so the topic of today's video, what changed everything for me and my own training. So for years I used to train, I used to go to the gym, but I never used to follow a plan. I used to just go in there and make it up as I went along, which is good, I enjoyed it. But as soon as I got a coach, I followed a proper plan, a structured plan, and I think a structured plan beats winging it all the time. But then again, for anyone that's starting in the gym, literally just going into the gym and just pottering around, seeing what each machine does, I think that's a good way of starting. But then eventually following a proper plan, knowing exactly what you're doing when you go in there is the biggest thing. And in terms of diet, that was the biggest game changer for me. So when I was younger, I used to just eat healthy all the time, eat clean and hope for the best. I used to eat salads and I was in shape. It worked. I mean, I were always in shape. But it's when I learned the truth about diet, that you can have absolutely anything that you want as long as it fits your calories. That was a game changer for me, and I thought everyone has to learn this. Everyone has to know. I've been coaching now 13, maybe 14 years. I couldn't get results with people at the beginning. I didn't know how to do it. People used to come and I used to just say, yeah, no carbs after 7 o'clock, just eat sensibly. This particular food will make you fat, avoid that. And then I did my course and the PT course, and something didn't make sense there. The actual instructor was really overweight. Everyone had all the nuts and all the healthy foods on the tables, and I were there eating like sweets and crisps, and I was in shape, and I was thinking, there's something not right here. But I used to tell people, eat clean, hope for the best, eat salads. And then I got a coach who just set me some macros for MyFitnessPal, hit those, and I was like, well, what do I eat? He said, eat anything you want as long as you hit them. And I was like, really? I were eating sweets, chocolate, all sorts, and I got shredded. And again, that coach was Ant Sidrick. I mean, everyone knows a bit more about flexible dieting now, that it is a numbers game. You can eat a lot of sweets and things like that. And some people take it to the extreme. That's why it's got a bad reputation, because you could hit every single gram of carb in sweets if you wanted to. But it's not that. It's knowing that you can have sweets, chocolate, biscuits, anything, and have it guilt-free and still stay on track. But as long as the majority of your diet is healthy, it's absolutely fine. So some people will be like, oh no, you can't do that, it's not healthy. What's not healthy is cutting out certain foods because you think they're bad. They're not bad, it's the collective. As long as you're getting fruit, veg and healthy fats in there every single day, the odd bit of chocolate or a biscuit is absolutely fine. And when I learned that, I thought that was amazing, because back in the day, if I had chocolate or sweets, I'd have thought I've blown it. It's a downward spiral now. And I used to just eat salads. I used to blend my chicken and rice, thinking that was the best way of having it without any sauce, because sauce turns to fat. So that was a game changer, actually getting a coach that taught me the truth about flexible dieting. And yeah, training, I mean, and actually the actual process of competing, actually doing a cut and then a gaining phase and then a cut, instead of just staying the same all the time. Don't get me wrong, I liked the way I looked. I thought I looked good as well, but I was just permanently lean. But by staying permanently lean, you're not going to make improvements. The process of cutting and gaining, you should look better every single time. And I'm proof of that. So I've competed 4 times, and every single time I'd say I've looked better, because I've gone through that process of cutting, doing a proper gaining phase, doing another cut. You should improve every time. If you're not, then you're doing something wrong. Yeah, getting a coach was a game changer for me. I've had 4 coaches, 4 of the best coaches in the world. I've learnt bits from every one of them, and I'd like to say I've molded myself on those coaches, and I'm a collection of all them coaches. There's bits that I've liked and bits that I've disliked, and hopefully I've got all the good bits. I probably do have some bad bits. Well, I definitely do. I'm not the perfect coach. I'm certainly not. Right, and yeah, simple training now. So back in the day, I used to do 3, 4, even 5 sets. Now I just do 2 sets taken to failure, 1 or 2 sets, and the weight selection is right. So what I'm doing in the gym is not much quantity, but the quality is there. So right now, my workouts are 15 minutes. I'm following an upper lower split. My upper body sessions, for me, are my favorite. And after training for 25 years, I've got to enjoy my training. And you know, I wasn't enjoying push-pull legs. I really enjoy upper, just because it's a nice collection of a back exercise, a chest exercise, then a shoulder exercise. It keeps it fresh. And the actual weights that I'm lifting, the weight selections are perfect. And that only comes after experience. And I'm lifting to failure, and it's not an issue. I think the more you push to absolute failure, you see people in the gym, they're making all this noise, and the more you do it, the more you think, right, here we go. And it's literally just relax, hit muscle failure and move on. And again, that only happens over time, that, you know, you get used to muscle failure, the feeling, and it doesn't have to be intense. I'm rambling on a bit, but I compare it to like a 100-meter sprinter. They've got to relax during the set. They get the most out of the set. If you tense up, then you don't get as much out of the set. Yeah, so like I say, that were the biggest point for me, just getting a coach, following a structured plan, learning about diet and actually competing. Doing the diets myself helped me learn about diet, muscle building, and also coaching like thousands of people to do it as well. So yeah, hope that helped. Good session, 5 sets of pendulum squat with 100 kilogram, got 10 reps on every set. So yeah, not much different, but I'd say it's effective as well. So I've just nipped to Iceland to get some My Protein ready-made meals. I think these are absolutely amazing. I've got the meatball marinara and a sweet chili chicken. They're about 500, 600 calories each, and I think they're brilliant. So obviously I like my protein oats. I've already had 2 bowls of that. I'll have 1 of these and then another protein oats. And the good thing about these meals, they're brilliant, they're really tasty. A little tip is that I mix some veg in with it, some bird's eye frozen veg. Once it's cooked, I just chuck some veg in there as well. It just volumizes it a little bit more. And some people, you know, frown upon ready-made meals, saying they're not that good, but I think they're really handy. and these are a good way of losing fat for dieting for people that struggle, which obviously improve your health. So yeah, I think that'll wrap up today's video. It's 2 weeks to go until the photo shoot. I can't wait for it to be done and dusted, to be honest, because I just want to eat normally again. It's been loosely dieting. For example, like I mentioned before, my daughters are fussy eaters. They'll leave food. The amount of times we've been getting ice lollies, and she'll just have half of the lolly, I'll finish off the rest. Which again, if it were a contest prep, I wouldn't do that, but it's not a contest prep, so it's not a super strict diet. But I have been dieting for a few months now, and I'm kind of just holding this weight. And yeah, and I'm excited for it to be done and dusted, just to eat normally again and put on a bit of weight. And to be honest, it might even benefit business, because I've realised recently that the pictures where I'm out of shape and the videos are like gold dust, because it shows the transformation. And I just deleted all of them. I've only got like 1 or 2, because I just thought, well, I'm not going to show that to anyone. But actually, I'm probably just going to put on some weight, a fair bit of weight, in order to produce some good content, just to show that, you know, not just get fat, but just do a steady gaining phase and not worry if I do put on a bit of fat. And I'll show people how, you know, how to lose it as well. So yeah, thanks for watching along again, and I'll see you in the next one. So old. Your face is all discoloured.
He's nearly 50.
I know. So what we're doing now, Brogan?
We're going to cinema.
What we're watching?
Scary Movie 6.
6?
I think so.
Well, are you getting any popcorn?
It's up to you, because you're on a diet apparently.
Yeah, couple of weeks to go. You're going on the photo shoot as well. Yeah, can't wait to just to eat normally again, really.
It's been nice actually eating normally, not doing a prep, to be honest. Enjoyed that.
Funny story about Brogan's prep. So before we found out she was pregnant, she was dieting for a bikini show. I was coaching her. She started around January, and she must have got pregnant around Christmas time. So I set her up on a diet. She was doing a cardio. Her weight wasn't dropping, and I were accusing her of cheating. I'm like, I know you're cheating. I know you're going off track with your diet. Your weight should be dropping. And then eventually we realised she was pregnant, so that explained it. She wasn't cheating. So yeah, hopefully it's a good film. We've seen the other ones, aren't they?
They're all funny.
They are quite funny. So it's good just to chill out, child free. Hopefully it's not too cold. I remember last cinema I went to, it was absolutely freezing. So hopefully we got the heating on.